decision, etc. Like, it's like emergent properties to that, you know.
Okay, so the argument is since God is perfect, um,
No, 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 no,
his
no, no.
actions.
It's not an argument. No, I'm just defining what active spirits is usually like considered as.
Oh well, since I don't even believe in God, I'm like kind of agnostic in this debate. You're going to have to justify God for me first before I can make actions of God, right? So
Wait, hold on. I don't. Hold on. No, 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 no. The topic was if active spirits is coherent or like the doctrine of active spirits. It's not like God's existence or something like that.
no, I don't care about active spirits. We can debate God's existence, and that's about it.
Yeah, 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 sure then. I don't mind.
Uh,
Yeah, I just think God's just a
I'm gonna film
necessary
it with
grounding.
Yuki.
God is a necessary what?
Grounding.
Okay, why do you think that?
I just think that, like, say for example, if X was to exist, right, and it's like contingent, right? Let's just say that. Actually, wait. Do you believe
I don't believe
universe?
in PSR, so I can immediately like get past this.
Oh, believe that, like, that the universe is like contingent
Your
in
mic is
any
cutting
way?
out.
And
Your mic is cutting
I'm
out.
agnostic. You mute the guy humming in the background. Thank you.
uh, hold on, I cannot. Let me mute the other guys.
Okay, faggot. I welcome muted him. But anyways,
All right, all right, all right.
so
So
moving on, I'm agnostic on whether or not the universe is contingent. I don't care.
wait, you're agnostic? I'm not. Like, so what if I
Yeah,
was to say,
I literally just don't care.
like, what if I was to say that it is contingent?
I mean, go ahead and justify it.
Yeah, sure. So, if something is going to be contingent, that means it's dependent upon something. Rather,
That's not the definition of contingent.
I'm not
Can
talking
you
about
guys
that
like
type of
server mute
contingency.
this
I'm
other
just talking
nigga
about like
humming?
existential
Mute him.
contingency. That's
You're
basically
talking about what?
existential contingency, where your existence is dependent upon another.
Are you not talking about modal contingency?
In the sense of like, I guess it could be like a model thing.
Well, if it's a modal claim, then contingency is also defined as is able to fail in some possible world. You agree to that, right?
Uh,
There's no.
Depends.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wait,
There's
wait,
no. That's how it's defined.
Loki, this
hold on,
nigga
hold on.
Loki.
Like, what do you think? Like, like, what do you mean by like failing in a modal? Like,
Yeah,
like,
can fail to exist. So an action, for example, me
yeah.
throwing a
So
water
basically, like
bottle
a
off the desk.
contingent
Can you
truth.
explain it,
A
please?
contingent. Yeah, like, hold on. I'm just asking like for clarification. Like something like
Okay.
a contingent truth.
Contingent truth? No, that's not what I'm talking about.
No, no, no. I'm asking, is it like that?
I don't know what you even mean by contingent truth.
Yeah, a contingent truth is just like it can be like this way instead of another world, but then it just isn't within this world. So like you
Yeah,
have to.
it can fail to be true in a different possible world. Sure, yeah. So, for example, me throwing a water bottle off my desk, that can fail to happen in a different possible world. So it can be the case that I don't throw the water bottle off my table, right?
Okay.
So that's what it means for something to be contingent. And then we have brew contingencies. You're aware of what brew contingencies are, right?
What do you consider them? You go ahead and define them.
Yeah, brew contingency is something which can fail to happen in a possible world, however, exists without any explanation.
Okay. So okay.
Do you grant brew contingencies existing and not being contradictory?
I believe like if we were to say there is like an explanation, say for example, where it's like this specific world was conceived by X, I believe that would just contradict the idea of root contingencies because since I'm a theist, I believe worlds are in that sense in regarding. I believe it would just be contradictory because that offers a explanation and it's supposed to be no explanation for the root contingencies. So
Wait, can you
basically, in
explain it
that
again? I'm
sense,
sorry, I wasn't listening.
yeah. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, so what I'm saying is that since I'm a theist, and I believe in God's existence, right? Basically, I
Okay.
would believe that root contingencies are contradictory by conceptuality. Because
Okay,
it's
stop there.
okay.
Okay, that's
Hold
enough.
on.
Can I tell you why that's wrong?
Yeah, why? Go ahead.
Okay, can I conceive of an apple popping into existence out of nowhere, like without any explanation?
That's it. I just agree that's a logical possibility.
You agree that's a logical possibility?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't think the root contingencies are contradictory then?
Okay, that wouldn't necessarily be the case because, like, even then, like, in that sense, it's still God creating, and it just pops into the world within the world. So it's an internal explanation rather than where it's like depending upon this. So when I say theist, right? and it's dependent upon like something like God, right? Just say for that example, it would still be dependent upon the existence of a God-like entity. So in that sense, it still is an explanation that exists because of this. It just pops into the world internally to that framework. So in that sense, it just pops into the world in that framework versus where it's dependent upon something. I'd say being dependent upon something offers an explanation versus there's no explanation within the conceivable world in the logical possibility world. So like
Okay, well, the issue is you're first of all presupposing your position is inherently true, which is talking about even God's existence. So you cannot even make an affirmative claim that everything which I named so far is dependent on God's existence when God's existence is already in question. That's the first issue. And the second issue is, well, it can be eternal, but we're talking about conceivability. Everything which is conceivable will also be logically possible. I hope there is no disagreements there. Since I can conceive of this event, then there will be the case that this event is logically possible. Therefore, our contingencies are logically possible.
okay, so hold on. Um, hold on. Yeah, yeah. No, that's not what I'm saying. No, I'm not even presupposing this. I'm like offering the idea that I am a theist, right? But I'm explaining that I'm not necessarily contradicting what I'm saying, like because obviously what you just did, would expose me as like providing an oxymoron. But I don't think that's necessarily like in like reference to your presupposing point. I'm offering like a hypothetical with the existence of God, so I'm not necessarily affirming in that sense. Like, yes, that's my stance over the debate, right? But not necessarily when it's in reference to the brew contingency point.
Well,
Intransitive, it's like an intransitive like thing, basically externally to the world in which it pops out of nowhere, but it's still dependent upon something. So there's an explanation for why it does exist in that sense.
what is it?
Like
What is it dependent on?
as I said within the hypothetical God basically.
Do you wish to conclude?
Sure, sure, man.
Okay. Tron and Gyro, y'all trying to give verdict?
It seemed to me that you just posed the question,
Wait,
and he
did you
also agreed
did
with
you
my
record
response.
this or
Yeah, I recorded it.
I did also.
yeah, you might send me the recording.